Hello, and welcome to the Advanced Age Role Playing Gamers podcast. We are going to be finishing our short story run of Death in Space. My name is Matt, and I am going to be your host for tonight. And we've got our players with us from our earlier show. We've got Chris,
Hello.
Kupo,
Yo.
Tyr,
Hello.
and Nathan. Sadly, to my left over here, unfortunately, Jack Crow took a toolbox to the skull and will not be joining us for the finale tonight. If you like what you hear, go ahead and reach out on our social media, like, subscribe, follow, write a review. We really appreciate it, and we like hearing from folks. If you're really so inclined, you can head over to our webpage and pick up some AARPG merch. We've got hats, t-shirts, water bottles, coffee mugs, mouse pads, all kinds of stuff.
Depends.
Yes, custom depends for our aged
For your
aged
sore muscles.
Yes, a lot of massage tools. They will be delivered in a brown paper box, no markings at your door. All right. So this is our last episode of a short run. We're trying something new to do some live shows. Following this week, next week, I'm going to turn this over to Nathan to talk about what's coming next.
So next, we're going to try this game I've been wanting to bring to the table for a while called Mothership. So I'm going to drag these fools unwillingly into this rules-like game where they're contestants in a kind of Hunger Games type situation where they're competing for a wish from some wealthy benefactors, and they get to die a lot and hopefully get cloned and brought back. So I'm sure that will go just fine.
So keeping in line with our cheery game world design, the game systems out there. All right. So, where we left off, our wonderful astronaut group here had been on board the Explorer's Delight, and they had been woken up to the sound of alarms. They had been told by their captain that the ship had suffered damage and the life support systems were failing, and that the only way that they could make it back to the nearest station before running out of air was for a randomly selected group of volunteers.
You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes for you.
Yeah. Volunteers to go over to the wreckage of what was a giant planetary station around a gas giant, sort of in a remote system, to locate an oscillating power converter, a key piece of equipment needed to get the life support systems back and running on their ship. Our group of astronauts went from their ship over to the space station. They searched around. They eventually were able to get power to the main sort of power plant that's in this hub they're on. And they were actually able to find right. They were eventually able to find the oscillating power converter, but unfortunately, at the same time, one of the crew members was in a very, very tall sort of access tube when Tyr's character Marshall turned on the gravity, or more precisely, was not able to stop the computer upon boot up from turning on the gravity, which caused Jack Crow to fall and then be struck by an item and killed at the bottom of the
So it was
elevator.
Murder.
In addition to that, our group has discovered they are not alone, and that evil forces and shadows of the universe itself are exerting their forces on the station, as both Jack Crow and later Shayna were both attacked. Well, and Marshall were all attacked by what appeared to be undead, the undead residents of the dead astronauts, the previous inhabitants of this space station. And Shayna was knocked unconscious and is only alive by the quick thinking of Marshall, who has placed her inside of his stasis chamber.
Thank you.
Our other mechanic, Bowie, has been troubled by dark whispers in the night. He's convinced that there is something on board this station, something like
Oddly
an
enough, the
entity
same holds true
coming
for
alive.
Tony.
Yeah. Slowly coming alive, watching them, and it is not a happy thing that is on board with them. This is probably driving these sort of undead astronaut attacks. Where and at the very end, where we left ourselves, so we find ourselves in the engineering room. Lovey has climbed back down, and she is standing next to Marshall, and they're staring on the ground at the form of Jack Crow, or what's left of him. Blood is seeping and along the floor now that the gravity's been restored in a pool. Still clutched in his hand is the oscillating power converter. They both watch. In the corner, Bowie mumbles quietly in his spacesuit, still holding on to the now dismembered arm of the zombie astronaut that Reddy Tuxman had cut as it tore the astronaut to pieces. And a slow hum from a small chamber lit inside, where inside of there we see Shayna resting in repose, in stasis. Marshall is staring in his hand at a small broken stick. It was the stick that Crow had in his suit that he'd saved, the one that he had picked to be chosen to be on board this mission. Staring at the bottom of the stick, he sees a small black dot, a mark, something small, unobtrusive, but definitely something that somebody could see at the end of the stick. And this is where we find them in our Death in Space.
I couldn't stop that. I didn't want that to happen.
What to happen?
Splat, splat, splat. Death. I didn't turn the gravity on. It wouldn't let me not turn it on.
Libby leans over the edge. Ooh. I get his air.
Reddy Tuxman walks over there, pokes at it. Hi, I'm Reddy Tuxman. I want to be your friend. Hi, I'm Reddy Tuxman. I want to be your friend.
Stay away from his air, little fucking bastard. Shit, is there a ladder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So this ship is powering up. Sort of. It's not recognizing commands anymore.
I announced to everybody, something is amiss.
Would it be the zombie that just tried to kill us?
Yes.
I mean, for the record, tried to kill you.
Sorry. I just assumed that you were all after me. But that's fine. By the way, they fucked us during that lottery.
What is that?
One of the sticks that they use to draw the straws. It's marked.
So I look at my stick, and I presume it is similarly marked.
There is a small dot on the end of your stick.
I knew it was a setup. Does this thing have weapons?
No.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to get the air. I was just trying to get the air to work and the doors to shut. Is that happening?
GM?
Now that the
Okay, so how do you want to check that? So you want
well, I had my data pad plugged in, so
Yep. Okay, so you go over to your data pad, and you can see on it there's a bar, a little progress bar, and it says diagnostics in process, 43% complete.
okay.
Still processing.
Yeah.
So time to completion?
How does it spell diagnostic? It's hyphen or
Normal spelling.
okay.
It does. You see it move a percentage.
Is there like our internal scanners online?
You do see a menu. There's a menu function.
No, tap the menu.
Do I? Can I tap into the void and gain any insight?
You can. All right. Let me run see what Marshall's doing. So Marshall, you bring open the menu, and you see basically a systems you have systems tab. You have a map, and that's about it. And like an email system.
Okay, bring up the map.
All right. Well, you bring up a small
the map.
You bring up a map, and you can see the area that you're at. You can also see on here that in the level that Lovey has gone up to, there is basically it's mostly also engineering, this section, but you do see an exit that leads from the upper area that is marked for emergency bypass corridor and shuttle bay. And then also it says leading to both communications and hydroponics.
Okay. Are there indicators of like ourselves? Like, is like, bodies, personnel?
Doesn't seem to have that kind of like sensor system, where it can like pick up heat or anything like that. It's just fairly rudimentary system to operate and sort of monitor the systems in this hub.
Okay, I'll copy the map. I'll copy the map to the data pad.
Okay.
Screenshot.
There you go. All right. So Bowie, you're going to open your mind to the void.
In my mind.
It's very quiet. It had been exceedingly loud. The static in your headset had been almost deafening when the attack occurred, both on Shayna and on Crow, and then later on Marshall. You'd basically, it was so loud, so much noise that you'd basically just crumpled in the corner trying to block it out of your head. And now there's just this absolute absence of noise. But it doesn't feel, it's almost as if something has recoiled. You could still feel something on the very edges, a light static.
Is it something where if I move towards it, I can get a clearer signal or
You could try.
impulse?
You could try
So I
walking
move
around.
I look around my actual space, but I'm trying to tune in as by moving around. Do I gain any other insight, or at least a direction?
As you move toward the bottom of the access tube, you get a slight increase in the sound.
Can I inform my compatriots of this?
Yes, you can.
I feel something this way. That's how I say it. Just like that.
Those are
So
space
it's-
directions.
So in this same void sense, do you mean up here? So I will try and reach out up here to listen to the void.
All right. So you hear almost like
Excuse me.
distant screams, like really far off, like you're not sure where they're coming from, but they're definitely not coming from below, and there's really only one other exit out of here, sort of to your
Emergency
space,
bypass hatch.
to Sporth.
That's the emergency bypass hatch?
It is the emergency bypass hatch. So you guys are contemplating that. Couple of things happen. So Marshall, you're typing away on your computer. You're pulling up the schematics. You're copying stuff over, and there is kind of a bright flash in the room for a second. Shayna, your eyes pop open. Everything is dark. There's the taste of stale air in your mouth, and you are inside something.
Let me out! Let me out! What am I doing in here? Let me out!
Marshall.
And mute.
Yep. Marshall, you are working and you see the flash. You turn and you notice that the lights on your stasis pod have gone out.
Oh, I gotta run over it immediately. My pod.
You could see inside, like there's a little access window. You see Shayna, like thrashing around, kind of like banging on the
Stop!
glass.
You're gonna break my pod. Open the pod up. Now Shayna has no air in Shayna's spacesuit either.
Right. So she does. Right. You took her tank off.
I didn't take her tank. Oh wait, hold on. And I run over to Jack Crow's.
No, that was mine.
And I take it and I unscrew it and I screw it into Shayna's suit.
All right. So that means. All right. So now, what did you guys do with his tank?
I was up here. I don't even know these
I was
assholes.
in another room. I didn't get his
Yeah,
tank.
you guys removed it before you put her into the pod. It's just sitting.
Somebody else removed it. I did not.
All right. So
Sure, blame the
currently-
dead guy.
I think it was Jack Crow, actually.
Oh man.
So I take her original bottle off of Jack Crow and Jack Crow's bottle, and I put her original bottle back on.
Okay. You put hers back on. She's got some more. All right. Okay. Let's say. All right. So you kind of come to breath. You're like,
Thank you. Thank you. What's good?
Get out of my pod!
Oh,
What did
it's
you
very
do?
comfy in there. It was like sorry.
I know. I
Ooh.
put shag in there.
I made a peed a little. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure that'll.
You're in a spacesuit, so that really doesn't bother me that much.
Damn it.
You might squelch when you walk a bit.
Shayna, you're sort of grasping for air, and that's when first thing you realize you're not floating. And the next thing you realize is that there's an astronaut with a smashed head under a giant toolbox and a pool of blood, and what appears to be the device you guys are looking for, the oscillating power converter in its hand.
Oh, did Jack turn into one of those things?
No, Jack turned into a pancake, unfortunately.
What happened?
The gravity came online without me asking it to, and it wouldn't respond to me telling it not to, and Jack was floating down the access tunnel at the time. Jack fall down and go boom.
Well, that's the thing we need, right?
We didn't need Jack dead, but yes.
No,
we need
that.
that part we absolutely need. Yeah.
Okay.
This ship is coming online, and it may or may not take commands.
So, where's?
And our shipmates fucked us, and they rigged that lottery for us to come over here. And I'll just hand them the sticks with the dots on it.
That's not super surprising, considering how that went.
I told you they were a bunch of fuckers, and you didn't believe me. Well,
I believed you.
So Reddy's walking over and I go like this, uppies. so I pick up Reddy. So let's. So where do we go? Is there a bridge that we can go to take control?
There's more of engineering up there. There's hydroponics, which we haven't looked at. There's what was the other section? Communications. There's an emergency access or exit and a shuttle bay, which we also haven't been to.
Ooh.
But there doesn't appear to be a bridge. I mean, there's terminals here in engineering, and I'm plugged in with my terminal.
Are there any cameras anywhere so we can? I mean, at this point, I wouldn't mind checking out the shuttle bay.
There's a map, but there's no cameras or sensors.
What do you guys think?
Is there a window to the emergency bypass tube up here?
It is a solid emergency bulkhead door.
Well, can't look through the door.
So where do you guys want to go?
Well, I mean, we're 43% loaded, or probably more now, of systems coming back online. We might have air here in a few minutes. I don't know.
I'd like to follow this this presence.
The screaming?
Let's see where I want to make the screaming stop. I'm tired of hearing the screaming.
So is the screaming louder by the emergency bypass hallway bulkhead?
It is.
Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is it's probably coming from behind that door.
I think it's coming from behind this door.
The bad news is I'm not going to open it.
Oh.
The bad news is I'm going to open it.
That's the worst news, yes.
Well, I mean, do we have to go that way?
No, we don't.
On the other hand, it leads to the shuttle bay.
Yeah,
Now, you guys do have the means to return to your ship. You have the skimmer.
Yeah.
I came here for a
But the
mission so I can get
salvage.
paid.
Salvage.
Yeah, I mean, that solar collector outside that was connected to this little battery here, I mean, that'd be worth some hollows. I'll tell you that right now. And who knows, if a shuttle would be worth quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, shuttle would probably be a lot safer to get back to our old ship too. To be honest, if it's working,
You
if
can
it's
run
not
it over
working-
those fuckers.
Let me see if there are external sensors or cameras.
There are not.
Well, that sucks. I was hoping that we could maybe see our old ship, but no internal sensors, no external sensors.
Yeah, I mean,
There is a window in the airlock you guys came in.
yeah. If you're saying they fucked us, who's to say that they're actually still even waiting for us?
Yeah, there's no way to find out right now.
Does he have communications?
Let's see. Is that one of the systems coming online? Well, there is a communications bay. It's up there.
Right,
Yes.
right. Yeah. So yeah, let's. I guess let's go there first. Let's come on. Let's. Air's a wasting.
Jack had some
Wait.
weapons on him, didn't he?
He had a wrench, and I had a wrench, and he had a knife.
All right, let's take that.
Now, the life support system up here where I could potentially refill my air, is that up and running yet?
It is not, and you know that it's going to take. So roll a d6.
2.
So it is going to take 2 hours
Oh, fuck
before
that.
that can fully power up and be ready. So now the everybody still has. So all of this has probably taken all this discussion, searching the
Let me
bodies.
guess, 15 minutes?
15 minutes. So you have Nathan's character is the only one that's kind of delved down into their 4th hour. Everyone else is just about to. They've got 4 hours of air, and Nathan's got a little bit less. There is Crow's tank that has.
You mean Marshall's tank?
Wait, son of a... I call dibs.
Well, now his you check his. His has only the least.
Shut up in front of the mothers.
It only has two and 3/4 hours of air.
He is responsible for Jack's death, so he should get the loot.
I'm not saying that I'm over there looting the body, but I am saying that I'm laying our friend to rest.
Did he have anything besides the knife and the wrench in the air?
Is there anything useful in the toolbox that killed him?
Oh yeah, there's the wrench. Yes.
Part of his face.
Not only that.
It was the knife and the wrench in the lobby.
That's right. All right, so now that the gravity's back on, it's a little more of a climb to go up and join Lovey on the upper floor. Is everybody heading to the?
Yeah, and
Upper level?
I'm going to unplug my tablet and take it with me.
All right, your tablet. You go to unplug it, and the plug will not come out.
I have a space knife. I'll just cut the wire.
You can.
Okay. And now I'll take the end. Now I'll take the end of the plug out.
Okay.
Like you do at home.
You can try to Yeah, it seems fused on there. But the plug that you just cut is stuck in there now. You're like, it is not coming out.
What the hell? This is my favorite tablet. This is my only tablet. I've had this for 600 years.
We'll make a new cable. It's fine.
iPod 3.
Yeah.
iPod 3000.
You also, I'm assuming you want to take your tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also appears to be.
That's what I'm talking about, my tablet.
Yeah. It also appears to be fused to the table.
How is that possible?
You are not sure. It's like it's been glued to the table.
Way to pry it off?
Yeah, make a tech roll.
Okay. Oh, great. My worst roll. Yay.
And what are you going to use to pry it off with?
I'll use the knife.
All right.
I don't like the smirk Matt has. I'm just saying.
2.
You begin to pry, and literally the tip of the knife snaps. You get down, you're like looking. I mean, you have a helmet, so you can't really get super close. You got your little lights on. It appears almost completely bonded with the table, as if it was built into the table.
Hell? You seeing this?
Was it a vacuum?
And you see a little thing on the monitor. It still has the little
good.
diagnostics going. It's like diagnostics, 50%. Where are my flowers?
Who are you messaging here? What's this? What's this? This asking for flowers? Is that your girlfriend?
I cut the cable connection to the computer.
This is the future. Everything's wireless.
Bowie, you begin to hear a light static.
No, that didn't come out. That didn't come out until the iPod 4000. You know what? I didn't like this tablet anyway. Fuck it. I just followed Lovey up.
So far, it's been pretty safe up here, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's been quiet up there. No one's died yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up.
So, Shayna, as you're climbing up the ladder, you're thinking, you're just not quite sure why they think that you guys were sold out. You can't really think of why. It's like you're not sure why Marshall thinks that you guys were tricked into coming out.
I mean, does my stick have a mark on it too?
It does.
I mean, that seems kind of fishy, doesn't it? No.
Well, you're not. I mean, why would you guys be marked?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe they don't like void people. I don't know. Yeah, I can't think of any. Did I piss anybody off at the station? Did I step on any toes that I can recall?
You do remember from there was an incident that involved both Bowie and Crow and the first officer. You'd heard rumors that something had happened, they'd screwed something up, and that's how he got his arm snapped, his arm broken. But that's the only thing that you've heard around the ship that,
But not involving me. That wasn't my fault.
Nope, you weren't involved at all, and neither was Marshall.
Oh boy.
Or Lovey.
Yeah, it seems to be weird to be singled out without any real reason. I mean, I'm low person on the totem pole, but I mean, I guess that could be enough reason for some people.
Who did your death bear piss off?
Death bear? Oh, Teddy already? He's super awesome. He just wants to be your friend.
GM, again, is there any access to any logs or anything else that we haven't seen?
No, the system appears to be rebooting itself and bringing up the systems as it gets more of its diagnostics done. Well, after a long climb up the tower, you guys find yourselves up in another engineering room with Lovey.
Welcome to my humble abode.
you can see the giant sort of air compressing converting device slowly beginning to hum, small lights coming on as it's slowly going through its power up stages. And yes, the only exit is to the Sporth. It is a door marked with a sort of one of those like, emergency exit route. Keep clear. Do not block exit with boxes. And then the other signs accompanying it: hydroponics and shuttle bay.
Yeah, and that's where the screaming's coming from.
Well, you don't hear anything, and now that did you want to try to? I mean, you've heard Bowie say there's like screaming.
And
we're
the
Lovey.
Same background.
Yep.
So I'll put my hand against the door and close my eyes and concentrate and see if I can just reach out.
And Kurt
Roll a
Russell says,
d20.
"Watch the door."
Right.
Roll what?
A d20.
All right. 1.
A 1. Okay.
That's got to be good, right?
All right.
I take a
it's
step
perfect.
back away from.
So again, this is sort of using the rules probably not the way they're as written, but as the way they're most fun. I want you to go ahead and roll another d20 for me.
Okay.
I hear the void static now.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
right.
Sounds like chewing.
No.
All right. So Shayna goes up to the door, presses her helmet against the door, closes her eyes. Shut your eyes. Everything goes dark, and everything is really quiet. And then you begin to hear like rumbling. You can almost feel it, like hundreds and hundreds of feet marching, running across some sort of floor. It screams. Men, women, children, getting louder and louder and louder. And suddenly, even with your eyes closed, you see a vast view of the planet swirling. And you see small little star, like little almost like material burning up as it's going in, like a sparkle across the entire sky. And you realize that it's thousands and thousands of small bodies burning up as they're falling into the outer atmosphere and burning up. And you feel pain in your forehead, just like it ripping, tearing pain in your skin, and you pull away from it, and there's like an ache in your forehead, and it hurts, it throbs. And you almost feel like your eyes are fuzzy. They're out of focus. You can't seem to like focus. Everything looks strange and like, I don't know, like almost if you needed glasses and you took them off, it's like they're not focusing right.
Yeah.
Is this from laughter? Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
So I pull my hand away and I take a couple steps back and I go. I kind of stumble off into a corner and sit in the corner and just kind of like put my back against the corner and rest my helmeted head against my knees and just try and clear my head a bit.
All right. So you guys see him do that. He puts his head against the door. He just kind of stumbles back, walks, and sits down. Doesn't say a word.
Shayna?
Oh. So I think I saw the station. I think I saw it collapse.
How?
I think it's their death. Something stirred in the void when they died.
And she says this. She looks at you, and she has an eye in the center of her head, blinking, tearing.
A physical eye.
An eye.
That wasn't there before, was it?
Were you wearing a hat?
Thank you, void corruption chart. Normally, break the well. Normally, void corruption is if you use void points and you fail, you could roll get void corruption. But I thought this was a good chance to use it. So, not the way the rules are written, but fun for me.
I bet you didn't see that coming.
I
You're
will
going
make
to want to
sense.
get that looked at.
This anointment.
I'm looking at it right now. Looking at everything.
Who's got the duct tape?
All at once. Who sees this? GM?
Well, so initially it's Marshall sees it. He's talking to her, goes over to talk to her, and he's like, says out loud, what did you say again? It's something like you.
Was that there before?
Yeah.
Does that work? Did you pay for that?
Well, did I pay for what?
The
How's everything looking to you right now?
you know how
Here, wait. Close one eye. And then now close the other one. And now close the other one.
Yeah, you can still see them. When you close the second eye,
this is awesome.
He's still there. It looks like it's like through like looking through a roll of toilet paper or whatever like that, but you can still see him.
Wow, this is super cool.
Close the other one.
No.
He's not doing it, guys.
This is
Yeah.
fine. This is totally fine. This is the way I've been given a gift.
Okay, you know what? I'm not upset about losing my tablet now. I'm not. I'm okay.
Things could be worse.
I don't have. You know how when people get
I looked
breast
down at Crow.
augmentations and they want to show them off to everybody? I think this is kind of a similar thing, and it's yeah. Maybe
Those parties are way more fun than this one.
just close it. Just close. Would you like me to put some tape on that?
Oh, no. Go away. We should open up that door.
You go first.
Sure.
Better chance of seeing something at all.
Bo, you want to give me a hand with this?
I will assist.
I take a step
Koopa,
back.
You just missed a golden opportunity. Your guy's still holding
An
the
arm.
astronaut hand.
Oh, wait.
Okay, we'll edit that out.
Sorry. Don't worry.
Okay, everybody,
That was good.
forget what you just saw.
Yeah, clean up and post.
All right, so go ahead. What do you guys want to do next? Like rewind, right?
We go about opening the store.
All right.
What's it? Yeah. What's it entail?
It looks
Me
like it just
stepping behind
has-
the air handler and
it
peeking
have a
over
palm
at where you
scanner?
guys do it.
It does not have anything that fancy. It's got a turn wheel and like an emergency lever. So you're gonna have to like turn, just like crank it and then pull the emergency lever, and that's it. So that's all you got to do.
All right, I'll pull the lever.
All right.
I'll turn the wheel.
It takes about 15. No, it doesn't take 15 minutes. So, you guys, you open the door, and it swings back, and so you pull it, and Bowie swings it back. So Bowie is standing in the door, and Bowie, you see it all first. This was once a long corridor, probably connecting different parts of the station, not for normal use, but again, it's part of like an emergency escape area, almost like think of like a snow route, but on a ship, right? Keep it clean, it's for getting out. Half of it is missing. It is open to the void of space, and below you can see the swirl of the giant, the gas giant. The corridor itself is probably about 200 or 300 meters long, and inside of it, floating, colliding, some broken in chunks, are hundreds of people, sort of trapped in this as the slow turn of the station. They've sort of been, probably some of them have slowly disappeared or floated out. They're not dressed in spacesuits. These were all men, women, children, people fleeing at some horrific, when this cataclysm at the space station. And on the far side, you can see an open door leading to another part of the station. Out to your side, again, it's just open space, and just hundreds of these frozen corpses, similar to the one that attacked Crow in the bathroom.
So this stretch obviously does not have gravity in it then.
This stretch does not.
I turn to my crew, and with all seriousness, I choke back a tear and say, guys, do you know how much money is probably on all these dead corpses that we can get right now? And that's what I say.
That's. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We've made it. Oh yeah, we've made it. So.
Nate, you're muted.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what you guys see. There is a long corridor and just filled with hundreds of these floating frozen corpsicles. But on the other side, you can see the bulkhead and what appears to be an open door on the other side.
This
Now,
open to the space area, we can just like shove them out of the way into space, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
there's a lot of them, yeah, but yeah, you could just.
Question: here in this gravity area that we're in, are there any I don't know, fire extinguishers or anything like that?
There is not, but you could. Well, you know what? Let's see. What is there? You could search, but it would take 15 minutes to search the area for something usable.
Are they positioned where we can just grab one to the other and just sort of like use their, just
They're
to,
not like a barrel of monkeys.
Let's play a game of angular momentum.
yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
Enough they have enough.
Use their mass to
Mass.
slingshot
Yeah,
us.
they're inert enough to like at least, we're going to move them out of the way, but at the same time we can use them as.
Propulsion.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. You figured that you could use them to push off of.
Yeah.
So,
you all have mag boots. You could walk along the interior wall.
Quick question for those who are on the lower level in the unfortunate incident. Say this ice zombie that you made mention of. How did it present itself?
Oh, it was just a dead body, and then it came to life and attacked us.
Yeah, just like those things, just like those things out there.
Yeah, so I looked back down the
Literally,
hallway.
could be any or all of them.
So I see
All
what
right,
you
Barry
got.
goes first.
That works.
I call you.
If one of them activates, I'm just going to fling it behind me.
I'm gonna call you Echoes.
All right. So you push off, and are you going to try to walk the wall, or are you going to push off and glide through?
I'm going to Superman right to the other bulkhead.
All right. So you push off. Does anybody follow him? As he begins drifting through, kind of pushing frozen people out of the way.
I push Shayna.
I'm gonna.
I just tried to push Shayna.
I'm gonna throw Ready Tuxpin.
Okay.
After him.
Tuxpin sort of just starts, flying.
Defend my friend.
He pauses
squeezing art.
as he passes by every corpsicle. What's his greeting?
Hi, I'm Ready Tuxpin. I want to be your friend.
Yeah. So you just keep hearing that over your comms as he introduces himself to every corpsicle.
I'm going to go after Ready Tuxpin.
All right.
Because I feel safest next to
Well,
that thing.
now I grab Shayna, whom I just pushed, and push them back and go before them because I don't want to be the last one out.
You want to be really near Ready Tuxpin.
All right. So then Lovey goes and Shayna at the end. So you guys are heading across slowly, pushing past the bodies. You
As fast as possible.
Yes, you do see that off sort of to the side, now that you're out kind of clear, you see what appears to be a huge chunk of space station floating probably half a mile away, maybe a little less, with a glass sort of hemispherical dome on it. And it appears to sort of be tumbling. You can tell that this is probably the hydroponics area that they were talking about, but it has broken off from the station, and
Can we
is
see-
floating independently. There are no lights. It seems to be dark, but the dome from this distance, which is considerable, does appear to be intact.
Can we see our ship from this angle?
No, it would be behind. But you guys are raised. No, it's this faces down towards the planet.
Right, but this
Okay.
is like you said this was just like a narrow corridor, right?
You could pop out and spacewalk out there and take a look.
Well, I was spacewalk. Why not just walk or use the
Around
mag
the,
boots and walk
yeah.
around?
And what I mean is, though, so you guys are how to do this space-wise.
I know we're in a corridor, but if
Right.
we walk up the wall and then walk around and then just start walking around the outside, we should be able to see.
Oh yeah. If you go outside the ship, out on the hull, you'd be able to look back and see where your ship is at.
All right, I'll radio back that I'm going to do that.
Okay. All right. So you
Once I get to an area that's clear of corpses.
There's not a lot of clear. There's sort of make it clearer. They're kind of everywhere, or bits of them. Some of it's not even full corpses because they've collided, and so there's like partial corpses floating around as well. So you begin making your way to take a walk on the outside. The rest of you start progressing. So Bowie, you are almost.
I'll turn before I go over. He's like, Lovey, watch my back.
Thumbs up.
Because I got this extra air tank.
I want it, I does.
We'll split some when we get back.
All right, so Bowie, you are almost all the way to the end, and you're sort of pushing past a corpse, and it's it's like a woman, and she's got this kind of frozen, horrific thing on her, and you kind of stop for a second. You kind of look at her. One day she probably had been beautiful in her day, but now sort of all frozen and desiccated.
That won't stop Gromarsh. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
sorry.
Luckily, it's suddenly.
I just want to say that's fucking ageist, okay? She's probably still very beautiful.
That's right.
You once called me beautiful.
And you're looking at her, and her face just shatters, just explodes. Because the pieces kind of hit your helmet, and you kind of pull back for a second, and her body is still sort of floating there, but the head is just shattered.
Well, I think about that long and hard and grab her by her neck. And it's horrible, but the pearls that were around her, I grabbed those. They're easier to get at now.
Yes, they are. All right, everybody else, roll a so not tier, but go ahead, Nate and Chris, roll a d20.
Any mods or just
Nope, straight.
13?
14.
Oh, a little edge there. Chris, so Lovey is kind of moving along. You're following Ready Tuckspin, and you see kind of like an arm floating past you, and it explodes.
Oh.
As long as it explodes before it touches me, cool.
Yep, it just explodes.
So that's the thing that happened.
All right.
I just brush arm bits
you're
away
muted,
from
sorry.
my
What just happened?
an arm, just a floating arm, just exploded. Like they do in weird space.
Is there something, ice just doesn't explode, or frozen people don't just explode? Does something impact it into it?
Couldn't tell.
Do you
I
want
mean,
to
I haven't been exposed to many
I'm gonna
floating ice people.
you turn around, so you're gonna head over to where Lovey is.
Yeah.
Oh, she's behind me anyway.
Yeah.
So.
I'm behind.
Yeah,
So
make a savvy.
all right. 19.
Ooh. You kind of see this cloud, and you kind of follow it. You look really quick, and there is a small dent in the wall, and a small, teeny little black dot.
I think I'm supposed to roll low, by the way.
Here knows what it is.
No,
yeah,
you're not supposed to roll low. You know what it is. It's a micrometeor. So, here, Tyr, Marshall boots up over the top, and you turn back, and there is no ship.
Fuckers.
You're looking, and you notice that there's almost a haze in the as you turn back to where you guys are at. Make a tech roll, or I don't know, make a savvy roll.
All right. 16.
You see, and you know immediately the ship, as it's the slow turn of that, is moving into a small micrometeor storm. Which
direction is
coming
facing?
Right at you guys as it's turning in? It's beginning to impact, and you see it's beginning. You can see little impacts starting to hit the ship, and a few go inside and hit some of the frozen corpuscles, and starting to impact. And as it's turning, you know it's turning toward this shower, and it's
yeah. Everybody, run for the door! Micrometeor storm.
All right. So I need everybody to make a dex roll. You can use your modifiers.
Oh my god.
My modifier's a whole 0, so I got 15.
Shit.
13.
7.
What?
D20, Koopa, what'd you get?
Oh, wait.
He's like, fuck this, I'm out of here. You didn't tell me I had to roll dice.
Battery Kubo, your vibrator's not working very well.
Yeah.
All right. I got a one.
Dice.
Yeah, one dice.
That was that would be a 5.
All right. So okay.
He has reached into the void.
Just as Bowie is, just as Bowie is reaching for the exit. Just as Bowie is reaching for the exit. He was almost there. You feel a searing pain in your arm, and a small pinhole tears through the front of your suit, and you begin bleeding air and take 1 point of damage, and that is also an hour of air gone. And the same thing, Tyr, you kind of like your boom boom magnet, you're coming across, and something like just clips part of your suit. You take a point, and you lose a hour of air. Yep.
No, I have duct tape.
What is happening?
He's showing his dice tower. Yes.
Very nice.
Kubo switched to nerd cam.
All right.
I gotta get a battery for my main cam. Okay, keep going.
All right. So Kupo, you're in. You guys basically push off. There are bodies exploding all around you. Kupo, you're in. Ready Tuxpin is in. And then so I just need one more roll from for Shayna, Lovey, and Marshall.
Oh my god. 0.
5.
Also a 5.
All right. So this is really bad for Nathan. Sorry. So each of you take a point of damage. Right. And each of you lose an hour of air.
Motherfuckers!
So since I have,
Well, you're
we all
tracking the
know
air
that I have
swing.
1 hit point.
Right.
Oh, you have to make a stamina roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if you fail, you die.
Damn.
If you pass,
I have to-
you just go, you're stable.
A body roll, which I have a -1 on.
Oh my God.
12.
Kubo,
Total?
back off of oral cam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
All right. Yeah, the 12 is all you need.
Yeah.
So you are moving. You feel another one hit you. You're like, oh, and the darkness of space surrounds you again. But your momentum is still carrying you.
And the good news, all the blood you've lost just plugged the hole in your suit as it froze.
That's right. So you guys all come. So first
I
thing that
saw
happens.
this coming.
You guys all come through the other side, and you find yourself in a small sort of corridor, like another, almost like the hub from the other one, except this time it is it's completely dark still. There seems to be some small power, like little lights going on here, so some power is reaching this part of the ship, but not very much. Ready Tuxman flies over and latches itself onto Shayna, hugging the floating astronaut.
I'm going to repair the holes in my suit real quick, and then I'll work on everybody else.
Okay.
Yeah, Reddy will put the masking tape on the pinhole.
No, not masking tape.
I mean,
duct
tape.
Space duct tape.
Duct tape. I have it here on my sheet.
That'd be great masking. It's construction
tape.
paper, and it's little blunt edge scissors.
Who took the second hit? Also, it was Nathan.
I took two.
I took one.
Yep. All right. So you guys, as you're fixing your suit, you could tell Marshall that you've got under two. You and Shayna have under 2 hours of air, and the others are just above the 3 hour mark. They're at 3 hours. All right, so you find yourselves in this other small, mostly dark. There is some small lighting in this room. Clearly, there is some power that's able to get to this part of the station. You see another exit that basically says shuttle bay, and it is just a hole. There's just a hole in the wall. The same thing for hydroponics. You see another one of these corridors that goes out about 50 feet, and it's just sheared off. You can feel in the hull little vibrations as these micrometeors continue to pummel it, just like that. Just pummel the side of
the side like a tiramisu wrapper.
And in fact, the only intact door that you can see is the one that says it's for communications.
Oh, only one way to go.
So, with Reddy looking through the, so we're talking about a hole where the door used to be, right?
Yep.
Is there anything beyond the hole? Is it just space?
It's just space. Wherever the shuttle port was, it is gone.
So we're not getting a shuttle. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying you're not getting a shuttle today. Yeah.
They fucking left us, by the way. They're gone.
Yeah. What?
The good. Well, you're passed out, so you don't know.
Ready Tuxman is an AI and intelligence.
Yeah. The other ship we were on, the good ship, fuck us over. They're gone.
I always hated those assholes.
How will I take Shayna back to the ship if the ship is gone?
This is the ship we're on now.
This isn't the ship.
Well, this is the best we got.
This is a hunk of garbage.
If we're lucky, the meteor storm took them out.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, lucky for you guys can just die. I'm just going to be floating here all alone.
Hey, look on the bright side, Reddy.
Well, that sucks for me. I'm going to be alone.
What a cheery companion you are. Well, let's go through that door.
All right, let's go through the door.
Hey, Marshall.
A shuttle in the communications bay.
Mm-hmm.
When the bear's distracted, how much do we really, really like Shayna?
We need that bear.
We
need that bear.
We also need that. We also need that air.
True.
All right, so you guys come over to the other door that says communications, and yeah, it's just there, closed door. It's a regular door, so it just opens. It doesn't have like space or anything like that.
My door opening arm isn't feeling really good today.
So I take the non-ambulatory Shayna in front of me, and I open the door.
Okay.
And then push Shayna through.
Would you say that you take Shayna's arms, loop them around, like,
yes.
Right, like a friend would do?
Yes.
Reddy looks at you as like, I really don't like what you're doing.
Look, no, she's fine. It's good. See, she's happy. I just poke up her cheeks, do a smile, like I draw a fake smile on her helmet. Yes. See?
Draw a sharp smile.
She's A-okay with this.
Okay, so the door opens up and you find yourself there's a small office. Surprisingly, there are lights apparently on. There's not more like emergency lights, like there's like floor running lights, a few little dim lights, and it appears to be just a single desk with a couple of chairs and what appears to be communications equipment. The lights on the equipment seems to be working.
I'll go check out the equipment.
Yeah, this appears to be for the hub. This is its communications device. If you're looking at it correctly, this seems like it's capable at one time of both close-range communications and long-range communications as well.
Are there any logs?
There are
recordings?
lots and lots of paper logs, notebooks, kind of floating around. In the office, there's bins tucked in where they filed them. There does not appear to be any computer logs whatsoever. Yeah, right.
No audio files.
No, it's all transcribed onto notebooks.
What do these symbols mean?
What was the last outgoing?
Ooh, almost like 300 years ago. It was. Like it has been a long time. So you basically at the time, whatever communication. So you kind of look through, you piece it together. There's no call for help. There's no like SOS. No one like wrote anything. There's no like cryptic like. It's just like whatever happened so fast that they didn't have a chance to. But it is around the time during the Gem War. So it is most likely that they came under, or at least this part of the station either came under like surprise attack or something catastrophic happened. And again, these are only logs that are local. This is not like the central command, control center. This is local.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Help. We have fair salvage for passage off our ship. Help.
You do not get a reply. You do see, though, that you can set it to broadcast. Like, you could broadcast an SOS.
Can we go live on Twitch?
Yeah.
I'll broadcast
Shane
an
starts
SOS,
switching.
I guess.
All right. So it starts beginning broadcasting. You just know that this is pretty way out. And you know that it could take a little bit of time for those signals to reach anybody unless you're lucky enough that someone's passing through.
That's all we can do right now. There's nothing incoming, right?
No.
Yeah.
Where's it getting power from?
Well, I mean, it's still connected to the trunk of the station, so there might be a cable running there.
But the hallway didn't have that power.
So, can we have a bad meeting? Let's get a quick assessment on, where we're at.
Halfway between fucked and really fucked.
That's true. The door that got us here, did we close that just in case any of our floating friends decide to pay us a visit?
Nobody stated they closed the door.
We all look at the door at once.
I was busy bleeding and air escaping.
Yeah.
So,
So you guys filter back, and there is a frozen body sort of halfway in the door. It's kind of like banging against part of the door, but it's halfway in.
Yeah, so I give that a good kick to the center mass of the torso to get it back out.
All right. Go ahead and roll a D20.
I've got bad feelings about this.
I love just asking for random dice rolls.
Okay, that's just to keep it legit. That's 15.
All right. You kick this thing straight in the chest, and it sort of like it kind of cracks, and it begins to like float out towards space.
No tips for you. And so can I close the door at that point?
All right, yeah. You go to close the door, and an arm grabs you from the other side of the door. a frozen gnawed door. Your head fills with static.
Ah!
And it starts to grab you. You guys all see this. He screams out, and so it is now.
Can I close the door on the frozen arm?
You can.
I tried to do that. I want to close the door on the frozen
All
arm.
right, roll a d20. D20 madness.
Okay.
Hidden by the column.
Sliding it over. That's an 18.
All right, you are able to slam the door, and it like crunches on the arm, and it snaps, and it just that's it. Well, now there's an arm floating in the room.
Are you collecting those? What the hell?
Is the arm moving still?
It is not moving, and it seems very quiet inside of your head. But you look down, and you notice that there is a hole in your suit. Air streaming out.
Tape.
I take the hand and plug it. Can somebody toss me the space duct tape?
I'll come over and space duct tape the outfit.
Thank you.
One thing you did notice when you looked through the thing is that a good deal of the corpses had been shattered by the micrometeor storm. There are very few full corpses.
They would have wanted it that way.
All right, let's do a situation assessment here. We're kind of fucked right now.
Is there? So is there any chance that there's a galley and is any food or provisions still aboard?
So it is possible that there could still be stuff that you have not found in the part of the spaceship you've already explored. Currently, this appears to be you have reached the end of the physical structures that are still connected.
Well, there's hydroponics, and if they were growing food on the station, it would be there, but it's broken off and separated. That whole thing could be...
Hard vacuum does not do well with or plants do not do well in hard vacuum usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with 300 years of
Yeah.
nobody taking care of them and probably no power.
Seeds might be there though. I don't. I mean, frozen.
How are you gonna eat them
How are we going to get
in
to
the
it?
vacuum?
How are we going to get to it? It's floating out there.
Well, physics, you'll just launch yourself. You'll get there eventually. In what
yeah.
state? That's a whole other story.
As this gas giant's radiation cooks us slowly from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Marshall, a little ping goes off in your helmet. Ping. Diagnostics, 75%.
What just happened?
Where are my shuttles?
The ship is talking to my helmet.
Well, might as well get on good terms with it because we got nothing else going on.
Yep. Okay. Your flowers are disconnected, floating 2 kilometers away in space.
I hurt. Where are my flowers?
They have broken off from the main body.
I must fix. Diagnostics, 72%. I need a vessel. Bring me a vessel.
I'm broadcasting this to them now.
You recognize the voice, Marshall. It's the voice you heard on the radio on the Explorer's Delight.
Oh, hell.
Oh, God, the one you played for me.
Yes.
Well, I mean, hey, any port in a storm.
Can I, like, temporarily turn off the antenna in my suit? You know what? No, I'm just going to take the space Sharpie, and I'm going to start writing. I think it's a rogue AI, and it's crazy. It can probably hear me. That's why I'm using the Sharpie.
Yeah, you've seen
Big
no
old smile,
cameras.
2 thumbs up.
What the fuck do we do?
So I take the Sharpie and write "make friends?" ?
It wants a vessel. I think that means a body
I
or
just
a spaceship.
I just slowly look over at Shayna.
I'll ask it what it wants.
Thumbs up.
What kind of vessel would you like?
Will you join?
What are the perks of membership?
I'm evaluating all my options right now. Can you tell me what I would get if I joined?
Forever.
I look at my air tank.
Yes.
I'm going to think that over really hard. It's a very tempting offer. But in the meantime, while I'm doing that, what other kind of vessel could we get you?
You hear no answer, but the lights, the running lights around the door back to the main, to that emergency walkway light up.
Scared, scared, scared. I'm underlining it, circling it. But that's where the air and power is.
Yeah, we need air. Well, you guys need air. Shayna needs air, so I vote for air. I don't want to be alone.
Is
there anything else in
I'm
here?
sure this doesn't exist, but do we have any connection to our vessel still? Like any link, any way of like recalling
No.
it?
Nah, they fucked us.
You're pretty sure. You're pretty sure that you were picked specifically here to go on this mission.
Well, let's go back. Is the micrometeorite storm over?
Yes.
As long as we
You
stay
figure. You
inside
figure it's
the-
a cyclical thing.
good times. Alrighty, well, let's go through the body tube and see what we get on the other side.
Yeah.
Wait a second,
right.
what?
All right. So you guys begin to push your way through. Most of the
I'll escort
popsicles
Shayna.
are broken.
You are such
ready?
a good friend, Lovey.
Yes.
Gotta make sure she's taken care of.
Ready, we'll keep an eye on you guys.
I can see like Reddy just climbing up the back of Lovey's suit, just looking over in the helmet.
Ready's
All
eyes switch from black to red and says, "Trust but verify." and back to black.
All right. So you guys are going across the back of it. Everybody, roll me a d20. Well, not Nathan. You're good.
Well, he's not,
this moment.
but that's the
Oh,
problem. Yeah.
Look on the bright side.
Okay. 16.
All right.
8.
8.
16.
Wow. All right. Okay. So you guys are beginning to cross, and you know, what is that? And
Ask no questions about Kubo's noises.
I know. You get about halfway across, and Lovey, as you are pulling, sort of moving Shayna along, you're bumping into stuff like that, and you begin to feel hands grabbing you from all around. Bowie, the static gets super loud.
Guys!
Marshall, you're kind of in the front. You hear her screaming, and you see pieces
Not
just
cool.
all wiggling
Not cool.
and moving and grabbing and pulling.
I try and smash them with Shayna.
All right. You can go ahead and use Shayna as a weapon, right?
Yes.
I'm going to use the other weapon.
19.
All right. You're able to like smack pieces away, sort of knocking them aside. I'm not sure what Reddy Tuxman's going to do. This is clearly not
Reddy,
helping
Reddy.
Shayna.
Less problems for Shayna if you help.
Yep. Going aggro.
Can I help as well with the plasma cutter?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, fusion welder.
The fusion welder.
Yep.
Ooh, not a good roll. 4.
No, that's not a success.
Is this body?
Yes, for melee. Yeah.
Okay, 11.
Nope. That doesn't seem very effective. You're trying to get them, but they're squirming around. I mean, 12 is what you need. Okay, so 18.
Wait, is it body or dexterity?
Body for melee.
Melee.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So Lovey, you're going to take 3 points of damage.
Ouch.
As a hand, the hands grab around. You can feel them. They're pulling at the tubes, and the power things are tearing into the back of your suit. And one more attack at Bowie. A 1. They don't seem to be able to find Bowie. And 1 at 2. That's a 14.
Bowie in space.
1 point of damage for Marshall.
I thought they weren't attacking me.
They're attacking everybody.
Oh, okay.
Now they are. Now that you're trying to set them on fire, and you hear an alarm go off. You are under 1 hour of air.
Ooh.
For
Me?
Marshall. Yeah, that last hit for point damage. Yep. Now you have the extra tank that has several hours, but yours is at 3/4 of an hour.
Okay.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do? Your guys are moving. One more round of fighting stuff off. So who's gonna try? Am I gonna try to fight?
Yeah.
Push past these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Ready got a 17.
That's a hit.
I also wait. This is body 16.
Yep.
18.
All right. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Sorry.
No problem. Which go back and forth.
This is worth it, right?
Totally.
Oh God.
I feel the wood.
Top production values
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to see the camera go on like outside his house.
It's the
neighbor's
ring
bathroom.
camera.
Toilet.
10.
All right.
Special room in the basement.
So 10 doesn't quite. All right. So you guys smash your way past. You guys are pushing your way through. Lovey, you push Shayna through, and the minute they go through into the upper level, they sort of boom, fall on the ground. Marshall, same thing. You kind of come through and go in. You guys are like all falling in. You've gotten past the zombies, and you turn back around, and you just see this mass of writhing limbs and arms, and inside of it, a face sort of screaming out. You see Bowie just surrounded by this swarm of arms and faces and legs and disjointed parts, and the ball slowly drifts and closes and drifts out of the ship and begins falling towards the planet below.
I'm gonna miss that guy.
Bowie, you are.
From the dice cam, you can't see him cry.
That's right. All right. So for the rest of you, this has all taken a good 15 minutes.
If the rest of you could stay alive, I'd like to get off of this thing.
I'm sane.
Marshall's gonna do a tank switch.
All right. So you're going to switch out with Tim's. All right. So I'm going to put.
I mean, I'll keep the rest of the air in the other tank, but
Oh yeah. No, I'm just moving like I have a little tracker, so I'm switching them out. So yours go. So you have just under 3 hours of
you
air.
didn't grab Bowie's tank.
You saw them hands. If anything was getting grabbed, it wasn't
Bowie's
good.
tank.
All right.
Motherfucker
So
took it with him, selfish bastard.
Really, honestly, he
Marshall
could have thrown
and-
it to us.
Yeah, such a dick. I hated that guy.
Marshall and Lovey, you guys are standing there. Shayna is kind of crumpled up on the ground.
All right, I take
Ruxpin
my
standing next to her.
I take my Sharpie out. It's like, do we know where the computer core is?
I just write map, an exclamation point, and underline.
And we looked at the map, so we know where the computer core is.
Did not show anything like computer core. You figure for this hub, which is mostly a systems engineering, life support, and all that, the main computing system was in the engineers, the lead engineer's office.
And do we know where that would be?
Yeah, that's off of the engineering room where the floating zombie was that attacked you guys.
All right, I'll put that on. I was like,
yeah, so it's back down the tube and off of the lower level of engineering.
we go there, make smashy.
So I take Sharpie, but smashy equals unequal sign live question mark.
Reboot? Question.
Thumbs up.
No, not equals hard reboot. and then a little arrow goes like replacement, and it just there's an arrow going to Ready Tuxman.
2 thumbs up.
Wait a minute.
So, fusion welder comes back out. Is there any debris or metal or anything here?
There
There's
are a few
tools that
pieces
are laying
laying around. Yeah, you're up on the upper level still.
Oh, okay. Well, let's climb
Mostly
back down.
everything fell down the hole.
Oh yeah, let's climb back down.
All right.
Wait, so how long has it been since the air handler thing? It hasn't been 2 hours, right?
No, it has not been 2 hours. It's actually only been like 45 minutes.
Motherfucker. Okay, let's go down.
All right. So you guys go down. Everything appears mostly the same. The first thing you notice is that the tablet that you left on the little table, there are wires of just the floorboards have sort of popped open, and there's like just this mass of wires that have grown out of the floor and sort of wrapped around and encased most of the tablet. And there's like, so you could see like lights flashing. The tablet, it just basically has self-diagnostic, 93% complete.
Well, this seems normal.
Yeah. You're ready? Just gonna drag Shayna with us.
The what do you call it? The thing bubble is still there as well. The
pod?
stasis bubble. Yeah.
Oh no, I was folding that up and putting it in my pack.
Oh, okay. All right. You hadn't mentioned that you put it
No,
away.
that's his lifeline. He's not leaving that anywhere.
All right. And so you just that's basically it.
I
It's
would
just,
know it would take time to get Shayna fixed, right?
yes,
Yeah. So.
but you're not sure what happened the last time.
Yeah,
Like
it was a
she
little
should have
quick.
been out a long time.
Yeah.
Something weird happened with your stasis chamber. It's almost like it shocked her back to consciousness or something. But that's not supposed to do that.
Well, is there like a mag lift or a dolly or something with wheels?
No, not in here. Nothing.
Well, we have a multi-bladed AI bear that can drag her along.
That's right. Also, if you
Until
turn
we
off the
harvest her
gravity,
air.
she doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah, but
Oh,
we
yeah.
tried that.
Yeah, we tried to turn the gravity off and it didn't work.
Right.
All right, we could try it again and just go up and like tap gravity off.
Okay. You go on the menu, tap gravity off, and you guys start to float.
Oh. Okay. I'll put Shayna in the back in the pod.
All right.
In that case. All
So
right.
you hear your
ready.
little helmet goes. Bing. I am almost complete diagnostics. I am ready to join.
Would you like to know
Done well.
Ready? Watch my pod because Shayna's in it.
Okay.
And it's important. And I go over and write with the Sharpie is like destroy tablet ?
And I just lift the wrench, shrug.
All right, you start smashing the tablet. Right, it's like.
Oh, he just took the fusion welder to it.
Yeah, the fusion welder.
Oh, the fusion welder. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Start burning it.
So I look at
all
my
the
stupid
lights
wrench and just...
all of the lights, right? All the lights start flickering, and there's sort of like patterns. You guys hear static sort of in your comms, and you hear the lights are kind of blinking on and off. Everything's going dark, light again as you're like torching this thing. It's almost if static could scream, right? It's sort of like this sound, and it goes really quiet. And it's dark. It's pitch dark except for the small, light that you give off on the thing. Your glow stick has died mostly. It's still kind of.
I've got more.
And you hear a voice in your communications, just in your helmets, basically say, "Thank you. I am not sure why you destroyed me, but now I shall visit what you have done to me, to your species across the stars."
But not us, right? We're cool.
Yeah, we freed you.
Yes, you did. You freed me. I now have a vessel that I may live. And you guys turn, and in the back of the room, the lights flicker as you see two glowing eyes about 2 feet off the floor approach, and the whir of blades and ready tuxmen leaping through the air. And if you could hear screams, the night would be filled with them. But the station floats quiet and lifeless above a gas giant in endless space. 4 months later, 4 months later, a salvage ship, hearing a distress call, pulls alongside to the abandoned station. Astronauts disgorge from their ship and make the spacewalk across to the lifeless hulk. And inside they find the remains of frozen occupants and a small chamber, a stasis chamber. And inside there, a woman with a strange mask adhered to her face with a series of wires and cables laying in repose. And in her arms, she's clutching a small bear. The astronauts nod to each other, exclaiming, "This one's alive. We'd better bring it on board." That ends Death in Space. Yay. All right. That's it. That was sort of the had to kill you guys all off at the end somehow.
The fucking radiation from the goddamn gas giant was going to do that.
Well, yeah, eventually, yes. That
Couldn't have that humane death of falling asleep to our lack of oxygen. That's cool.
So just so anyone who still might be watching, and just so you guys know, so originally when I read the Death in Space thing, I was like, this is awesome. I went to Nathan. I said, I want to run this as like a game. The idea is that what you guys normally, this would have been the setup, right? Mm-hmm. So one of the big components of the game is either the party has a ship or the party has a space station. And so the idea is at the end of this, if you guys have kind of dealt with the AI, like if you're planning on a longer game, maybe had a larger pool of like replacements or something, right?
Look, we only have
this
so many
would become your hub, and the story would progress from here. Like, could you reconnect, the hydroponic? Are there other people? Maybe there's factions living. This is a station that's been shattered, but it circled an entire gas giant. So there's all kinds of possibilities to come up with different stories. Yep, basically. So thank you. I appreciate it. I don't normally pretty much a dice as rolled kind of thing, but I did kill everybody off sort of in more of a cinematic fashion. That's not my normal GM style, like the dice to go. But every time I do that, I can never kill anybody.
Normally you have fucking undead do it.
Right. Well, I have to be honest. Every time I try to kill people, I can't. Like Nathan can attest. I ran a Warhammer 40K game at Geek Weekend for like 3 years straight, and I had a stack of characters just to whip them out. Like here's your guy. He's dead. Pick your other guy because they're all Imperial Guardsmen. Couldn't kill one of them because I did what the dice did. So, oh well. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us. Anyone who's been able to sit through all this, we really had a fun time. Playing. I hope you guys enjoyed me messing with you, and I hope that everybody out there enjoyed listening to us playing live.
Thanks everyone. See you for
Right.
Mothership.
Yeah,
That's right. See you next week for Mothership.
More death and horror.
Yeah, more death and horror, but
With our rotating cast and crew. You
That's
don't know
true,
who's
right,
gonna, you
right.
don't know who's going to play that one.
yeah, but neither do we.
Shut up!
That's the beauty of it, right?
You're ruining the illusion.
Don't know when we're starting either, but as soon as we do, I'll put something up. But thanks everybody, and we'll see you soon.